Hello, this will be a very small video and the content is very simple. It's a review of a product called Milliput. Once upon a time I was scrolling through my favorite art shop in Lisbon and I've ended up, because I was looking for DOS modeling paste, but there's a new dust which is like, or gives a sort of marble effect, and I was looking if they had. They didn't have the marble effect. They didn't have none of dust, just other brands and mostly polymer clay. And I think I told you before, I hate polymer clay. So, dust clay didn't have. So, within the same shelf, I found this, Milliput. Some weeks before, I was rather keen on understanding and trying epoxy clay, but couldn't find any, and the one online, I thought it was rather expensive, because it would have to come from abroad, of course, or else it would be pointless not to buy it online. But yeah, I was rather intrigued with this Milliput, and then I started to read and said epoxy clay, and I thought, okay, it's a bling, so let's try. Made in the UK, blah 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 blah. Doesn't need to be cooked like polymer clay, and apparently could be stronger after dried, stronger than dust. Question would be, what would I do with it? But there's always some ideas, and that's not a problem. Anyway, my review upon Milliput is very easy, very simple. I don't like it. Why? It does dry fast. Well, let's say I don't like it because I'm too used to dust. Because Milliput has some. It sticks on the hands and. Okay, doesn't smell, but sticks on the hands and makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. Not that I'm the type of person that doesn't like to get the hands dirty, but feels a bit strange. I am now. I'm now restoring. Oh, never mind. No, what I did Milliput for. I was thinking about doing some ring with a coat of arms thingy, and so I made this. This is Milliput. This is, of course, my Royal Dolls logo, as you already know, and this is Milliput. It has one thing that I really like, is it dries very fast. That's a plus, and thus it doesn't dry that fast, or else has to be heated, or because, for example, this gentleman, this is paper mache with a coat of dust, and took a day and a half to dry. Of course, it depends if it's how thick is the layer of dust, but normally it's. And because, although it's spring and it's not really warm enough, and so it takes a bit time, a bit of time, and it can be annoying, but somehow it can also be restful because one can do anything else whilst that is drying. And one of the things I also tried was this kind of plaque with a effigy, an 18th century effigy. This is not Milliput, this is paper mache and dust. This, my dear, is to explain somehow a huge leap within my art world, let's say, because I am plunging again into doll making without a face. I have already some without a face on my Etsy shop, Why no face? Well, there's a lots of possible explanations. From I don't really fancy doing faces, and they are boring to do or difficult, which could be a big challenge. But to a bit more philosophical reasons, like this body, this face is just a hanger, just something, and doesn't mean much, because okay, this face, you might see someone looking like someone but energy wise we are all unique. So what distinguishes us, it's not the face or the body, but your inner vibration. And yes, I'm talking about energy. So bodies and the tires and pump and whatever one puts on as clothes, or it's just a somewhat feeling of, I don't know, it's something very baroque, something very show off, to show off something, and that kind of baroqueness I want to bring into the 21st century through my art, by mingling both worlds, let's say, or both realities, in painting and sculpture. And painting wise, I've been doing again still on my paper mache canvases. See, no face, and has the same sort of atmosphere that it would have if he would have a face. And that's what I'm after. The pose, the feeling, the not really his facial features, because it wouldn't add much to the whole thing. This Mes Amis, this painting, is at my Etsy shop at the moment. And I have more, and I will continue to do more, but I haven't updated yet. I'm planning to do it soon. Still the no face thing. I have here this bust. This is Das and paper mache. And yes, doesn't have any face. And still represents a sort of energy, something pompous, because it's painted with gold, and really nice gold, I must say. These I wasn't planning to do a review on this product, but this is not really a review. This gold comes from these lovely pens that comes from Japan. Pen Touch, they are called. You have gold and silver. So I've painted this bust with these pens, which color-wise it's not really like enamel golden paint, because enamel golden paint is not as shiny as these. To complement this whole idea, I don't know if I told you before, I'm trying to construct a persona, an early 18th century gentleman. So it would complement what I've been trying to build up within the 20th century pop baroque. So let's say I'm not planning to invent nothing, but the hashtag pop baroque comes to my mind, and it's, as far as I know, a rather popular hashtag on Instagram. It's all for now, I guess, and let's keep updated. It shall be. Namaste.